Hello guys, today we will discuss about protein synthesis. As we all know that protein is play very important role in a genetics because protein is responsible for particular character. Okay, so today we will discuss about whole mechanism of protein synthesis. Okay, as we all know that inside the cell there is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus there is a nucleic acid, and nucleic acid are of two type, DNA and RNA. Inside the DNA there is a nitrogen base sequence, that is an adenine, guanine, thymine and cytosine. So that nucleotide base sequence play very important role in protein synthesis. So today we will see the whole mechanism of protein synthesis. So there is a basically three steps involved in a protein synthesis mechanism. As we visualize on a screen, that is the first concept is a central dogma. What is central dogma? The central dogma is the process in which the genetic information flows from DNA to RNA to make a functional product called as a protein. It means that central dogma, it means inside the DNA there is a nucleotide base sequence, that is adenine, guanine and thymine and cytosine, and that adenine, guanine, thymine and cytosine are responsible for a particular code which are necessary for a particular protein. So with the help of this code, that messenger RNA or that RNA carries this code and they convert into a long chain of amino acid that we call as a protein. For synthesizing of that protein, we required three steps, that is transcription, translation and translocation. Okay, what is transcription? Transcript means when we convert anything if we convert something from anything. Okay, it means that transcription is the process of produce of strand of RNA from a strand of DNA. It means inside the DNA there is a nucleotide base sequence of adenine, guanine and thymine and cytosine, and they copy that base sequence. That first copied that base sequence by the messenger RNA, that process is called as a transcription. Okay, it means inside the nucleus there is one strand that we call as an RNA strand. That RNA strand carries this nitrogen base sequence and it form a messenger RNA. That process is called as a transcription. Then after translation is the mechanism by which the triplet base sequence of messenger RNA guides the linking of a specific sequence of amino acid to the form of polypeptide chain on ribosome. It means that whenever that messenger RNA comes towards the cytoplasm, means from nucleopore, it comes towards the cytoplasm and binds to the ribosome molecule. As we seen on visualize on the screen, that ribosome binds the messenger RNA having nitrogen base sequence, a particular codon that synthesize a particular protein. That thing is called as, when that messenger RNA get converted into particular protein, that we called as a translation. It means that what is the basic difference between transcription and translation? Transcription, it means that the conversion of DNA into messenger RNA, or messenger RNA copies the code of the DNA, that we call as a transcription. And what is translation? The formation of protein from the messenger RNA with the help of tRNA as well as rRNA, that form a particular protein, that we call as a translation. And what is translocation? During the protein synthesis, that ribosome that changing their location from from triplet codon to the another triplet codon, that thing is called as a translocation. So that's all about the steps involved in a mechanism of protein synthesis. Basically, that protein synthesis are completed with the help of three steps. The first is a transcription, second is a translation, and third is a translocation. But guys, the basic fundamental thing is that protein synthesis require basic 5 components that are amino acid, DNA, RNA, ribosome and enzyme. So guys, today we will discuss about each and every component and their role as well as their function with the help of this video. So guys, as we seen on the screen, that is the amino acid. Amino acid is nothing but a long chain of amino acid. No, amino acid it's nothing but amino acid nothing but it is a protein are the polymers of amino acid, because as we all know that protein is nothing but a long chain of amino acid. Okay, this is on screen. That is so many amino acid are not bind with each other. When that bind with each other, it form peptide linkage, and then that all peptide linkage are combined with each other, that form a specific protein. Therefore we call amino acid form the raw material of protein synthesis. The protein of living organism need about 20 amino acid as a building block of or monomers. They are available in the cytoplasmic matrix and amino acid pool. Inside the cell there is a cytoplasm, and inside the cytoplasm there is basically 20 amino acid are found, and when that specific amino acid get combined, it form a specific protein, and that for formation of specific protein it required a particular code which coming from the DNA. It is in the form of nitrogen base sequence that we call as a triplet codon, or we call the nucleotide base sequence. The second most important component, that is the DNA as a specific control. Why we call the DNA as a specific control? Because inside the DNA there is a nitrogen base sequence having adenine, guanine, thymine and cytosine. That is a nitrogen base sequence. That nitrogen base sequence having particular code for a particular protein synthesized. That's why we call a DNA as a specific control, because it having a specific code on, or they having a specific code for a specific protein synthesis. The next very important component is that the RNA. As we all know that inside the nucleus there is a nucleic acid, and there is a two type of nucleic acid. The first is an DNA and second one is an RNA. RNA, ribose nucleic acid. Basically each nucleotide unit composed of 3 smaller molecules. The first is a phosphate group, the second one is a 5-carbon ribose sugar, and third one is a nitrogen base sequence. It means that RNA is made up of three smaller molecules, that is phosphate group, 5-carbon ribose sugar and nitrogen containing base. The base of RNA are adenine, guanine, uracil and cytosine. That is a very important thing, is that instead of thymine in a DNA there is a presence of adenine, guanine, thymine and cytosine. But in a RNA, instead of thymine there is a presence of uracil. That's a very important thing about the RNA. That RNA are of three types. The first is a ribosomal RNA, the second is a transfer RNA, and third one is a messenger RNA. As you all know that messenger RNA that play very important role for carrying out that codon from the DNA. That process is called as translation, and the ribosomal RNA and the tRNA play very important role in transcription. Okay. Sorry, vice versa, transcription and translation. So basically RNA having 4 nitrogen base sequence, adenine, guanine, uracil and cytosine. RNA molecule is long unbranched single stranded polymer of ribose nucleic acid, ribonucleotide. That's all about the RNA. The next very important thing which play very important role in protein synthesis, that is a ribosome. As you all know that ribosome are two types, 30S and 70S. That is, ribosome provide a framework on which protein synthesis takes place. Actually, whenever that messenger RNA comes from the nucleus, they carry the codon and it comes toward the cytoplasm. The role of ribosome is that they bind the messenger RNA. That's a very important thing. That's a very important function of ribosome. The messenger RNA bind to the 30th subunit of the ribosome to form initiation complex. So they form the initiation complex as we seen on the screen. The messenger RNA bind with that ribosome, and the tRNA tRNA also bind on that subunit and it forms small large long chain of amino acid that we call as protein synthesis. Then what is the role of ribosome? It's nothing but it's an initiation complex formation with bind the messenger RNA as well as tRNA, so that the amino acid are incorporated into the protein. It means that ribosome provide the framework. Actually, the function of ribosome is only to provide the framework on which protein synthesis takes place. It means that they act as a framework subunit. Means they bind the messenger RNA as well as tRNA. The next very important thing is that it is an enzyme. Basically, always one question arises: what is basic difference between protein and enzyme? Always remember that enzyme is refers to a substance produced by the living organism. It means whenever we call the natural enzyme, means enzyme is nothing but it's a product of living organism, or we call the produced by the living organism, which act as a catalyst. Catalyst, it means that that substance which does not takes part in reaction, but rate of reaction depend on this, that we call then catalyst. But what is protein? Protein is nothing but it is a class of nitrogenous organic compound which have large molecule composed of one or more long chain of amino acid. That is the basic difference between enzyme and protein. Enzyme is nothing but it is produced by the living organism. Protein also produced by the living organism, but that is a means that is a nitrogenous organic compound which have large molecules of composed of one or more long chain of amino acid. The main role of enzyme in a protein synthesis is that during a protein synthesis, so many enzymes play very important role during this mechanism. The very important enzyme is that RNA polymerase. During the synthesis of RNA, messenger RNA, tRNA or rRNA is accomplished by an enzyme that called as an RNA polymerase. So guys, it's all about the protein synthesis. Inside the cell there is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus there is a DNA, RNA. Inside the DNA there is a nitrogen base sequence, and in that nitrogen base sequence having particular code, and that particular code are responsible for a particular protein synthesis. And for protein synthesis, basically 6 components play very important role: DNA, RNA, ribosome, enzyme, and that's all our mechanism of protein synthesis. I hope you understood this protein synthesis concept. Thank you so much, guys.